Hi heathens. So I'm gonna do a video today that is something I have not done on my channel, but I've seen similar style videos. They're all done a little bit differently. Sometimes the person starts out with no makeup and then transforms, you know, one look into the other. But I'm gonna start out with the makeup that I was wearing today to work. I have not touched up at all yet, and then I am going to transform it into like a going out, nice kind of glam evening look. So, because this is like my idea, if I'm getting off work and we've got like reservations somewhere, I don't have time to completely redo. So right now, my foundation's actually still looking pretty good. I used the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade L10, which is Fair Porcelain, I believe. My eyeshadow is creasing a little bit. It is just a shade out of the Prism Makeup Interstellar. I have some winged liner that is breaking up over here. And then, a ColourPop lipstick. For the life of me, I can't remember what the name of it is, but this is going to be like my base, and like I said, I'm going to revamp it for a more nighttime glam evening outlook, going out look. So I'm going to take a makeup remover first and take off my lipstick, because I know I want to redo this, because not only has it worn off throughout the day, but this also isn't the color that I'm going to want. And I'm trying to do that really carefully without getting the foundation around my mouth disturbed at all. So, okay, that is off. Now I'm going to take another clean side of my makeup wipe, and I'm actually going to remove my eyeshadow and liner, again trying to not disturb the foundation around it too much. But for the liner, I am going to try to leave the faintest kind of hint of it, because I am going to rebuild liner, and I'm not good at making a wing. And this wing turned out pretty decent, so I'm trying to not destroy the kind of look. Oh, also I have a ColourPop blush and highlight on. The highlight is from the Creme de la Creme palette. I don't know if they make that one anymore, but it is a little 4-pan highlighter palette. And the blush, which may not even be a blush, it may actually be a Super Shock highlighter, but it's a rather pinky tone that for my skin tone does not work as a highlighter by itself. So I have used it for like just a glowy blush. Can't remember the shade of it either, and it's in my bathroom. Okay, so my eyelids are pretty dry, but I am going to go ahead and go over the existing liner with an eyeliner. I'm gonna try this one. This is because I haven't really given it a go since I got it. This is the Hank & Henry Slick With It in the shade Blickety Black. And like I said, I'm going to try to just recreate the existing shape that I already had, which down here is kind of hard to see, but on this side it's still kind of there. And like I said, this is not going to be perfect, because this is you're coming home, you're trying to glam it up. This is not a get ready with me full glam. This is let's come home, clean up what we've got, and make it glam. So, I'm trying to get it to where you can see. I'm gonna just bring that wing on in. And I'm going to take it all the way to the inner corner and go up as close to the lash line as I can get. Try to let that dry, and then I'm going to go in and do the other side the same way. Just taking it, trying to recreate the existing line. Mess this eye up a little bit. So while it's still wet, I'm going to go ahead and take my makeup remover and just pat over that edge, because it's going to pick up more of what is wet if you just press on than what was pre-existing. And then go in and try to do it again, keeping more of that defined line. So the side is still a little thicker. So same thing, and what I'm doing is I'm just pressing my nail into the makeup remover and dragging it underneath to kind of crisp it up a little bit, and then along the outside. So that's as good as I'm getting with that. And then what I'm going to do before I go in with any of the rest of the powder on my face is I'm going to re-powder it down to take away any shine that I have generated during the day. And I'm going to use the AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder in Translucent. This is actually the exact same powder that I used this morning. I keep one in here and one in my bathroom. And I'm just going to tap, get the smallest bit, and just kind of go over areas where I recognize I'm getting a little shiny, because this is meant to be a matte foundation. So all these areas of shine are not supposed to be there. And then what I'm going to do is go back in with the eyeliner and fix this just a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and widen this side to make it a little more even. Not the best angle for winged eyeliner, but we're going to work with that. And then I'm actually going to go in real quick and deepen up my brows just the tiniest bit. And I'm going to use the Mellow Cosmetics Brow Definer in Chocolate, which has that little triangle tip. And I'm just going to go in starting on the inside, barely applying any pressure at all, because I don't want mine super defined. I just want them less sparse. So I'm not trying to build an exact shape. I'm just trying to darken them up a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. My eyebrows, for some reason, the skin under them is so sensitive. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but right through the end of this brow, I have like these little bumps. It's so annoying, and it makes trying to go over them really difficult. All right, so now I'm going to use the Ooh, we're a little shaky. The Milani Bold Obsessions palette. So this palette, unfortunately, one of my shades, this one, broke, and the one beside it came pretty close. Both of them are really, really gorgeous shades. One of them we are going to be using, and the other one, it's really sad because that's what I normally would have used for an inner corner for a look like this, but I can't do that because I don't have it anymore. So we're going to go in first with this top shade, which is Sweet as Honey. And I'm just going to fill up a fluffy brush. This is an eye blending brush. No idea who from. Oh, I know what this is from. This is from an awesome giant brush set I got. It just doesn't have the brand listed on the packages, but it was like one of those giant Christmas sets. Oh my gosh, thank you, Katie. Because I love this brush. I forgot that it just doesn't have the brand on it. I don't know who the brand is, but it also came with this like really awesome kabuki that's like incredible. It's a giant powder brush. Anyway, it came with like 8 others too, but these are my favorites. And I've got one in the bathroom from it. All right, so anyway, I'm just putting this everywhere for this look. I'm building up a little base. And then I'm going to go in with this shade down in the bottom, which is Brunettes Have Fun. It's got the shade names on the back, but it's one of those where it's like they're backwards. And I'm just going to take this along the outer edge up into the crease and then fade it out as I get in the inside to just give some definition out here to this corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And what I'm going to do in the process of this is try to make it, because this is what I would actually do, try to make it so that that wing doesn't appear as crooked. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I am a real person and half the time can't be bothered to make it absolutely perfect if I'm in a rush and don't have time to sit down and perfect things. So I'm just being real with y'all right now. This is how I would do it. You know, I'm not saying that this is the right way. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm just showing y'all how I get a look from day to evening without starting from scratch. So this side needs a bit more cleaning to build to the same pigmentation. So I'm just going to take it and stamp it and then blend it up. And then I'm gonna go over here and bring it up a little bit. All right. So now the shade that I would normally use on the like inner middle is the broken one. So instead I'm gonna go in with the shade beside it, which is, and I'm actually gonna use a brush, which is Gold Getter. What I'm going to do is stamp the brush in. I'm trying to be super gentle because the parts of it that are busted are apt to bust even more, unfortunately. I'm going to spritz it with a little setting spray. I did find my ColourPop All-Star Matte Setting Spray, which is what I'm using. I'm going to pick a little bit more up. And then I'm just going to go in with this on the inner part and into the center, trying to build up that brightness. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Just building that up. Grabbing more as I need to. And then in a second, I will go in with a little more setting spray. Alright, so now I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to try to pick some up. Since it is broken, it got a little chunky. And I'm going to tap some more on with my finger. You see it got down onto the eyeliner, but we're going to fix that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, because I just want this as bright as possible. And then I'm going to take the brush again, and I'm going to go in and try to like clean up this inner edge and just blend it over onto the darker spots. And then same thing with this other eye. So as you can see from doing this number, it has brought it down onto the inner corner and not too much. Like, it's a very nice amount down there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I said, clean up that eyeliner. So we're going to take the same liner and go over it. To fade out some of that gold, so you can still see the line crisp and clear. Now, I already have mascara on, which I made a point when I was removing the eye makeup to avoid my lashes when I was doing my little cleanup. So at the end, we are going to go on and put another coat, which I normally don't do for every day, but I'll try to build them a little bit for drama if I'm going out, because I don't wear falsies, because I wear glasses, and falsies and glasses do not get along very well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is put this back here. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with some like facial mist. This is a unique one. It is the Claire Beauty Unicorn Rain Glow Shimmer Facial Mist. I had gotten it a while back from TJ Maxx for $1.50. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And it is a magical illuminating refresher. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see in here, but it definitely has some glitter. But I want to be glowy. And then what I'm going to do is take my sponge, and yeah, you can't really see the glitter, but I'm going to pat it across my forehead so as to not get too glowy, because there is a difference between being glowy and being oily. And how I cleaned up the foundation earlier, it was looking oily, and I don't want that. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit extra highlighter. I'm going to be taking this one, which is Guilty Pleasure Super Shock by ColourPop. I'm going to take it on my ring finger, which is how I use all my ColourPop Super Shocks. And we're just going to go over high points of the face, because even though I want this to be glowy, I don't want to use a highlighter that's so over the top that it detracts from the rest of the look. You know, some looks call for that, and I love that. Like, that is my jam, but not for this. And I do have a little bit of blush on, as I said, but I'm not going to add more because I just wanted to look healthy this morning. I didn't put on any bronzer, and I'm not going to add bronzer because, again, something I would actually do. I'm not the biggest bronzer fan. I'm trying to get into it, but if I was going out, I wouldn't want to try to fiddle with it. And then last but not least, before mascara, is obviously I would want to wear a lipstick that I knew wasn't going to wear off bad in the middle of eating. So I'd want to go for something a little more nude or like a gloss. So I'm actually going to take, which one? Yes. All right. So this is the Illamasqua Antimatter Lipstick in Bang. I know I've been using it a lot lately. But I really like it. It's got a nice color. So my lips are a little chapped right through here, but just take this and see, it's not too far off. So as it starts to wear throughout the day, night, whatever, it isn't as abrasive as some colors would be. And then we're gonna go in, like I said, with a little bit more mascara, just for a little extra drama. And I'm gonna take the Medusa's Makeup Witch Lash in El Gato Negro. And we're going to get all the little fibers off because it's a more fibrous brush. And we're just going to add a little bit to them. I was wearing the Huda Beauty Volume side on my top lashes. The Legit lashes that I just recently received. Just to kind of refresh it. And then bam. That is how I would glam up an all-day worn face of makeup. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you'd like, I can do a full glam tutorial. Like if you've got time to sit down and do your makeup, I would love to do that if anyone's interested in seeing it. But because I have a pretty busy like weekday life as far as work and then coming home, having to cook and clean, and then it's time for bed, this is what I would do if I knew we were about to go out and I was just getting off work. So like I said, it's not perfect. It's not the most glam. My eyeliner is a little crooked, but I don't know. This is what I would do. I just thought it would be fun to share. So subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!